Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Aliens arcade version Xenomorph Warrior from NECA Toys. That's right, it's the latest release in NECA's line of wild and wacky video game inspired repaints. This one is based off of the original Aliens arcade game, so it's a little bit different than some of the other NECA inspired video game figures we've had so far. Many of those have been based on home consoles, specifically Nintendo games, so this one here comes straight out of the arcade. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. As you can see, it comes in a very cool box that's got the nice little folding flap on the front. So this one doesn't really look like a game box, obviously, since it's from an arcade machine, but it does feature the same arcade cabinet artwork right there on the front, exactly what you would have seen on the original arcade cabinet. And the back of that box has some very cool video game inspired screenshots of the action figure and all of the accessories that are within the box. Now, one thing that's great is it does retain that opening Velcro flap on the front that provides you with a window that fully showcases the figure and all the accessories within, and there's a lot of really cool video game kind of decoration here. You'll see there's a great piece of cardboard behind the figure in the window box that looks kind of like the level layout from the arcade game, and even above the window we've got like a little energy bar there and a credit spot, which I think is so cool, and we have an image over there on the flap that comes straight out of that arcade game. So really great packaging, and even though this one's a little bit different because it doesn't look like the game box, it's still really nicely done. I love how inspired NECA's packages really are with these figures, and I think they did a great job with this one, just like they have with all the others in the past. So let's go ahead and get that Alien Xenomorph Warrior out of the box and get a closer look at him. So we've got a lot actually included in this box, which I was really happy with. Because not only do we get the Xenomorph Warrior figure, but we also get the egg, we get a face hugger, and we get a chest burster. So we've got lots of cool stuff going on, and every bit of it is kind of styled to look just like the video game. So I'm going to go ahead and set our main attraction off to the side for a second, so we can look at the rest of these pieces. Now, if you've been collecting any of NECA's Alien figures in the past, you are very familiar with these sculpts, because we've had the eggs and the face huggers and the chest bursters before, but they're still very nice, and if you've never picked these up, this is a great chance to get them with some new colors, and that's pretty cool. So we got the gray egg there. It is nice and hollowed out, very heavy, nice flat bottom, so it stands very well on the shelf. We've got the face hugger done in this bright green color, and I absolutely love it. Just look how cool this looks. And the paint deco is great because it's this bright green, but there's still like a great variance and colors there and shading that really gives it kind of that pixelated look straight out of the video game. And it is done still in that nice bendy plastic. So you can see you can kind of bend around the tail of the face hugger, which works great for like wrapping them around your figures or, you know, kind of posing it to look like it's jumping out of the egg, which is one of the things that I like doing with these. So that is pretty cool, getting them in that really bright color there. And then, of course, the same with the little chest burster. He is done in the same bright pink colors that we're going to see on the actual Xenomorph Warrior there. Again, made of that great kind of bendy plastic. Feels nice and sturdy, though. You know, it doesn't feel fragile or like it's going to snap and break. It's a real solid, real durable, bendy, flexy plastic. And then we can kind of bend the tail around and get them to stand up on the shelf next to the figure or wrap them around a figure, however you want to display it. Very cool stuff. Alright, so we got those great accessories. Let's move on to the actual Xenomorph himself. So this is a pretty massive figure, just as the Xenomorphs usually are. I got his legs kind of bent here in this pose, but you can see when I bring in the tape measure, that still throws him up to about 8 inches tall. He's going to be a little bit taller than that if you stand him straight up, so he is a huge figure. Towers over the usual 7-inch figures in NECA's lineup, which is very cool. And just look at the colors. I mean, this dude is glowing practically. Just in regular lighting, he looks like he's glowing. He's got that very cool like 80s or early 90s really bright neon look to him, and I absolutely love him for that. It's so weird and different, but he stands out and he just looks great. It's a mixture of kind of like this I don't know if it's like I guess a fuchsia would be the right color, almost like this purplish pink here, with the really bright neon pink kind of highlighting him there. And that's their way to kind of give him that very cool pixelated or video game look. It's just so weird, and I love it. So the figure itself, what's cool about this is it's not your standard Xenomorph. We've had so many Xenomorphs in the line. We've had Warrior aliens already from Aliens the film. This one features some new articulation. So let's go ahead and run down that. I will also note that the figure itself feels nice and durable, and I love that. I mean, I've been bending him around and posing him, and he just feels really, really great. So here we go. The head is on the nice ball joint. You can see pretty great range of motion there. We can turn it left and right. I always love how the little tendril pieces that are attached to the figure are loose enough that it doesn't hinder the articulation at all. You can still roll that head all the way around. Look at that. You can really even kind of bobble the head left and right. I really, really love that. I think there might be some more space up here because it definitely feels like he's got a bigger range of movement than I've seen in the past. We've got ball joints at the shoulder, so the arms can go outwards, forwards, and backwards. It's worth noting that these is very, very tight in these joints, but that's good because he definitely holds his pose when you pose his arms. You can also move the arms forwards and backwards. We do have great double ball joints in the elbows. Check that out. So we got a ball joint on either side of the elbow. That allows you to swivel it on both ends, plus you can really get a great range of motion. Look at the way you can bend his arm all the way up. So real nice movement there. We've got swivels at the wrists there. And then here's some fun new joints that I definitely pointed out right away. He's got finger articulation. Check that out. So you can open and close his hands. It does that on both sides. So really cool stuff there. Great ball joint at the torso, so you can really move that around, rock his torso around. You got the nice ball joints at the thighs, so legs can go outwards. Really great range of motion there. Forwards and backwards, swivel around, of course. You got nice double joints in the knees. Check that out. Very nice. Also swivels at the knee there. And then you got the great ball joints at the ankles, as well as the toe joint. And of course, just like always, the tail itself is made of that great bendy material with the wire inside. It's nice and sturdy there. It's like a thicker plastic or a rubbery plastic there. So it doesn't feel like it's going to break or anything. But that will allow you to pose the tail around in different ways. So really cool. I actually love the new joints, and like I said, he feels nice and sturdy. The knee joints have a bit of a ratchet in them, which allows them to kind of lock in place, and I definitely like that. Definitely helps you to get some really nice poses. Now, I do believe that this is the first of these Xenomorphs that uses this new articulation. We should be seeing that down the road in some more movie-inspired aliens for those of you who don't want a bright pink one on your shelf. But come on! This bright pink figure is amazing. I absolutely love it. And even if you're not a fan of the video game inspired figures, or you're not familiar with the original video game, have no connection to it, maybe you like the old Kenner stuff. And NECA's been doing some great Kenner repaints as well, and I gotta tell you, this guy kind of fits right in with those as well. I'm a big fan of the weird colors on the Alien figures, and I love this one just as I've loved all of the other video game inspired stuff. So I really hope that NECA keeps these coming somehow. Lots of cool repaints like this is always something that I personally enjoy. So the new arcade version of the Alien Xenomorph Warrior is hitting store shelves right now. I found mine at Toys R Us. So happy hunting, my friends! Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more reviews just like this one. Until next time, my friends.